Turning to the presidential race, a new article in Vanity Fair describes a recent gathering of influential Wall Street bankers gathering to talk about the election. Contributing editor William D. Cohan writes the meeting's focus was on the growing possibility that Donald Trump could be the Republican nominee and perhaps president. He notes the group is late to the realization. Cohan writes, quote, "How could Wall Street, which often accurately foresees everything from the price of a barrel of oil to the price of a share of Google, have missed this?" We should note that CBS News contributor Frank Luntz was a guest speaker at this event. William D. Cohan joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
So what's the point here about these bankers' concerns about Trump?
Well, I think finally they're coming to the realization, despite their best efforts during the first primaries to find someone else to be their standard bearer, that it really is going to be Donald Trump as the Republican nominee, and that he might actually win the election in November. And I think that's making them very nervous.
Okay, suppose it's Trump versus Clinton. Are they more likely to support Clinton?
Yes. Number one, because the rank and file on Wall Street, most people think everybody on Wall Street is a rich Republican, but the rank and file on Wall Street is really Democratic. And the leaders on Wall Street, who may lean Republican and often do, they don't like Trump one bit. Now, that probably helps Trump, that Wall Street doesn't like him, but they don't like him one bit.
So just to clarify, who was this group of Wall Street executives that you're talking about?
So, you know, it was a bunch of senior people on Wall Street. A couple of them I mentioned in the article, Anthony Scaramucci, who's a hedge fund manager, and Robert Wolf, who used to be head of UBS Securities in the Americas and now has his own firm, 32 Advisors. They're sort of the two.
He was a strong Obama supporter, wasn't he?
Very close friend of Barack Obama and other friends of Obama, high-level people who also support Hillary Clinton. But, of course, no one who supports Donald Trump, because I don't think there are very many. I mean, there's Carl Icahn, who we all know, the big hedge fund manager, who's supposedly going to be Donald's Treasury Secretary. But other than that, there really aren't many Wall Streeters who come out and say they're going to support Donald Trump.
But you paint a very interesting picture, Bill, in this article. With any process, the first step is always acceptance. And it gets to the point, it sounds like in this article, that finally these guys have to accept. You talk about one guy who said, listen, I'm running out of holidays because I thought this is surely going to end.
Right. Anthony Scaramucci said, you know, I thought he would be gone by Labor Day. I thought he'd be gone by Thanksgiving. I thought he'd be gone by Christmas. I'm running out of holidays. Somebody help me here.
But you would think rich guys would support other rich guys. That's, I think, in the public eye, you think Donald Trump is...
He's never been one of them.
Charlie's absolutely right. He's never been one of them. He lost Wall Street a lot of money in his bankruptcies in the casinos. Not him personally, as he points out, but he's had 4 of his casino-related companies go into bankruptcy. When companies go into bankruptcy, creditors lose a lot of money. Wall Street has been creditors to him, and they don't like that, and they have long memories, and he's not their kind of guy. Now, again, that probably helps him out in the real world, but on Wall Street, they don't like him, and they don't want to do business with him, and they don't want to support him for president for all the reasons everybody else.
Is one question.
Well, what they're going to do is going to try to elect Hillary Clinton. Okay. And if that doesn't work,
do they
Charlie,
like her? Do they like her?
Well, I think some really do like her. Others don't like her because they find her, as Frank Luntz said, to be a flawed candidate and may have self-inflicted wounds. But I think one of the things that Anthony Scaramucci said that was really interesting to me is if, in fact, he does get elected, if Trump does win, which is one of the messages that Frank Luntz had, that the Wall Street needs to sort of surround Trump to help him have a successful presidency, because in the end of the day, this is still our country, and we want the country to succeed.
So I assume their candidate would have been
anybody but Trump.
Well, I would assume it would have been Bush.
Yes, well, I mean, again, Anthony Scaramucci first backed Governor Walker. That didn't work out. Then he turned to Jeb Bush. That didn't work out. So, yes, I think Jeb Bush is clearly sort of the Wall Street establishment figure, and obviously that didn't work out, and they poured a lot of money into his coffers.
So how could they be so stupid about politics and so smart about money?
Well, Charlie, I think we saw in 2007 and 2008 they weren't that smart about money either. So sometimes Wall Street gets it wrong.
And how is it that a billionaire from New York City has the support of so many working-class Americans?
That I don't understand. I don't know why working-class Americans who support Donald Trump actually think that a billionaire who lives in a tower on Fifth Avenue and flies around in private jets is going to...
His response would be, because it's a good thing that I'm not friends with Wall Street. I'm not beholden to Wall Street. I'm my own man.
I pay my own bills.
Well, as you point out correctly, that's one one of his great strengths. But why they think this man who lives in a tower, literally, surrounded by pink marble, is actually going to help them with their everyday problems is a mystery to me.
And it's not pink, it's cream colored.
Oh, excuse me.
Very
His
nice.
hair is pink.
Very nice, his place.
So
Thank
how
you,
do
Bill
you feel,
Cohan.
Bill? How do you feel, Bill?
Thank you very
No,
much.
I'm an objective reporter.
Thanks a lot, Bill Cohan.